Hey YouTube, it's Alicia Burton, and I'm back. I haven't too long. Just got through doing um, a hair tutorial, so make sure you check that out. But the video I'm coming to talk about is talk about WWE. Now everybody knows if I talk about WWE, it's things I need to talk about. So I want to talk about the second annual Mae Young Classic, and I want to talk about um, who might be featured, but then somebody who I feel like should not be featured at all. So without further ado, let's get started. So we're going to talk about someone who might be featured. So I think everybody remembers former WWE diva Caitlyn. Caitlyn is returning. As y'all know, it was revealed that she had got a divorce from her husband. I'm sorry to hear about that. But to see Caitlyn, that's going to be part of the Mae Young Classic, I wouldn't be too surprised. She will be the main one coming in to win it, and then she might go on and be part of the main roster, because usually I think it's been some years since she, has been part of the WWE. Now, would I want to see her win it all? Oh, yes. But if she didn't win, I would want them to give her a contract. Now, the reason I say that, she can probably go toe to toe. And I'm just saying. Caitlyn probably could go toe to toe with anybody on SmackDown or Raw, but I feel like I would want to see her on SmackDown. If it comes down to it, and if she didn't win, yes, I would love to see her go on Raw. So yeah, it's kind of cool to see her return and do that. Now, another person I would love to be part of the Mae Young Classic, not as a competitor, but as part of the commentary announce team, will be Jazz. Jazz had a great relation. At one point in time, had a great career in the WWE, and I don't know why they haven't invited her or her husband. Um, I don't want to nobody come after me, so I'm not too sure about her husband's name, but um, her to come and be part of the ring announce team. I think it will be good just to see some positivity. Now, one thing I do want to see on this year's Mae Young Classic. I want to see more women from the indie circuit part of the um, part of the Mae Young Classic. I want to see people we haven't heard of, people who we haven't heard of or or people who don't have a name backing them. Like, I want to see somebody who is a regular person who is not backed by a WWE legend. That's what I want to see this year in the WWE Hall of Fame. Now, that's number two. Now, the number three thing I want to talk about is Lita and JR going to be returning? Because if that's so, I would love to see that. I mean, they made a great renowned team. A lot of names, new names I have came up with, but a name I remembered from WEW. Now, if you don't remember WEW, let me jog your memory. WEW standed for Women Extreme Wrestling, and it was, excuse me, fully extreme. Now, some people from there, I would love to see. Now, one couple names from WEW, Women Extreme Wrestling, I do want to see part of this is Angel Orsini. If any of y'all remember Angel Orsini? Angel Orsini deserves to be part of this. So if Mercedes Martinez can be part of last year's show, surely she can put a good word in for some of these women. I'm from WEW, Women Extreme Wrestling. So Angel Orsini is someone I would love to see on the Mae Young Classic. I would love to see Ty Killer Weed, not Weed, Reed, Reid. She was there go two girls right there. She was those two was some top female wrestlers. Now, it was a girl who did make it to mainstream, but then she came back. Her name was Trina. I would love to see her come out and wrestle to be part of this as well. My fourth one, I will have to say from the WEW house, I would love to see is it was a girl went by the name, and she was Native American, named Navajo. Let me say that name again. Navajo. Navajo. She was known for the Navajo chop. That would be a good person I would love to see from here as well. But last but not least, I would love, and I'm saying it, I would love to see none other prime time Amy Lee to be part of this show. These are women that was part of Women Extreme Wrestling, so this will be great. Now, the one name from here I do not want to see is Simply Luscious. Now, I know Simply Luscious still wrestles, but I'm going to tell you, her gimmick, and I have seen it, is one, she uses Shawn Michaels' name too much because she was trained by Shawn Michaels. Oh, because you're wrestling and you're getting in the door, why you should be using his name to get into doors and get to that. That's why I say I don't want to see her in the WWE. She's cocky and she will use that. Oh, I was trained by Shawn Michaels, so that's why I don't mention her. But those are my 5 women I do want to see part of from y'all, from the Women Extreme Wrestling gimmick, but it was good. And you had a few that were questionable, but if I could say anybody from Ohio Valley Wrestling, it's only one name, probably about 3 names I know. If anybody remember Tasha Bingham, she was originally part of the WWE Diva Search, and then she left for several years, and then she showed up on TNA some years ago, and as y'all know, Kurt Angle dated her. Well, I think she still go by oh Lord, excuse me, Raka Khan. There we go. Raka Khan, and I just feel like she is pretty tall. She's about 6 foot, about 6'2", and I think, oh my God, this girl would be a great addition to the WWE Divas division. She's somebody they need to be taking a look at. So I would love to see her part of the Mae Young Classic. Now, another woman from OVW. I don't think she's no longer a wrestler, but if the invitation was extended to her, I wish it was. Y'all, please excuse me if I botch her name, but her name was Epiphany. Epiphany. There we go. Her name was Epiphany. There we go. Her name was Epiphany. She was a beautiful African American plus size woman representing us to the fullest, y'all. I would love to see another plus size woman in the classic. We saw Piper Niven last year, so it wouldn't be too surprised to see another beautiful, voluptuous plus size woman just like Nia Jax being represented in the Hall of Fame. Excuse me, in the Mae Young Classic. Now, it's another girl. She's kind of in the plus size range, but her name is Jo. I think her name is. She goes by on OVW. She was known as JoJo, but when she was on TNA, her name was Sojourner Boat. There we go, Sojourner Boat. And I just think she's a hell of a good female. 3 African American females I just mentioned right there, and they deserve it. So those are women I would want to see on the classic. But I want to know how WWE would go by having twins in the classic, and I can think of 2 set of twins that deserve. Now you got Haley and Hannah. Blossoms, better known from the Blossoms. They are from William Regal's neck of the woods. When I say William Regal neck of the woods, they are from Manchester, England. So I think they would make a great addition to the WWE roster. I don't care NXT or the main NXT, if they NXT or NXT on the main roster or on the UK 205 Live brand, they will make a great addition. So we're finna head to Ireland, and the 2 ladies twins I'm finna mention has the same last name as Kevin Owens, but I don't think they're related. These girls are named Lacey and Casey. Lacey and Casey, drum roll please, Owens, Lacey and Casey Owens. I just think having some more twins, almost like the Bella twins, will be there, and I think these 2 sets of twins will have what it takes to be part of the WWE, and might, if the Bella twins are going to be gone for good, then these 2 set of female twins could come in. Alright, excuse me, y'all. And final, and still on the Mae Young Classic, I want to talk about the rumor, the biggest rumor ever, that Maria Kanellis will participate in the Mae Young Classic. I have mixed feelings with that. On one hand, I think, oh, that's pretty cool that she wants to be part of the Mae Young Classic. But then the other hand, I don't want her to compete, because you got to think, she just had a baby, and if she's going to come back, I don't think she should come back in the Mae Young Classic. But my point is, like, she just should be coming back, making her return to the main stage, like coming back to Raw or SmackDown. If the last time you remember, she was on SmackDown. Her and her husband was on SmackDown before she had her child, her beautiful baby. Now, my thing is this: Vince McMahon just needs to make the decision of what do he wants her to do. Do he want her to return on the Mae Young Classic or return on the main stage? I feel like her returning on that main stage is more important than anything. Now, that's what I want to see. But I really want to see more independent female wrestlers we have never heard of to be part of the Mae Young Classic, the second annual. I'm going to call it the second annual Mae Young Classic. And the question of the day is, who do you want to see on the Mae Young Classic that is on the indie circuit? Okay, y'all, I'm Alicia Burton. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and